call on the Director General of the State Security Service to reiterate his commitment to obeying the rule of law. The continuous reports of moves to still illegally undermine the Nigerian judiciary and the judgment of the court, as well as Mr. President, and arrest Mr. Emefiele on the same allegations the court has barred the service from arresting him is very worrisome and will be a provocative action that Nigerians will be called upon to resist. To those behind the plot to frame Emefiele, that they would have ended up destroying Nigeria's image in the financial world. They would have ended up derailing Mr. President's backed CBN policies, opened the cash vote for vote buyers and election riggers, and undermine the president's powers, all in a bid to install their stooge. We again call for urgent investigation, and those found culpable should be arrested and prosecuted now. They must be paraded for undermining the president and the CBN in pursuit of their selfish agenda with concocted and baseless allegations of looted stamp duty 89 trillion naira, CBN intervention program, forex sales, etc. Facts and clear records have shown that the Apex Bank managed all these creditably. We've also uncovered plans to attack the CBN headquarters, smear the name of the CBN governor and the president with well-paid and mobilized anti-Emefiele protests. Our intelligence shows that they also plan to head to foreign missions and rent street urchins to attack CBN headquarters, all in a bid to continue the phase 2 of an already failed plot to smear Emefiele and frame him with the now aborted terrorism charge. We will resist these moves. We are also aware that there has been false news sponsored against the leadership of our coalition in rogue websites that came to life only after our revelations of 19th of December 2022. There have been sponsored protests against the CBN governor with posters and banners putting his face together with that of Shekau of Boko Haram and making unfounded allegations of terrorism against him. There are also hurriedly scheduled protests, including the ones from Transparency Africa and League of Professionals for Good Governance and Accountability. Both organizations are practically non-existent. A simple search on Google will not reveal anything about both organizations. The SSS should apologize again, we say, to the CBN governor and to Mr. President for attempting to undermine the government they were supposed to be protecting. And rather, they are insulting the president by labeling the government's economic agenda as terrorism financing. The president has said it publicly and clearly that he endorsed the new currency redesign and the cash withdrawal limits. Framing the CBN governor few days into this policy was a deliberate plot to destabilize the country's Apex Bank, its leadership, derail the policy of Mr. President and his free election, credible election agenda, and ignite crisis that would have affected the president's quest to leave a legacy, as he has promised to the whole world, for credible elections and war against vote buying. One would have thought that the SSS would have embraced this cash withdrawal limit policy of the CBN, having failed over the years to curb the menace of vote buying in our elections. Vote buying has been the major election rigging problem, and over the years, our security agencies have failed to solve this problem. But there is a policy now that would have solved it, and it is being attacked. One would have also believed that the SSS would have supported and promoted this cash limit policy, since kidnapping for ransom and activities of bandits who demand levies from whole villages, farmers, and other Nigerians can now be quickly put out of business. But they are insistent on stopping this policy solely for political purposes. Yet, they have not proffered any solutions to these challenges of national security dimension. All these underhand mobilizations are all part of a $2 million basket for media smear campaign and paid rallies against the CBN governor being funded by the same group of persons who failed in their gang-up to use terrorism allegations to force Mr. Emefiele out of the Apex Bank and take the key to our nation's vote and derail all the Mr. President's backed CBN policies. They will begin to roll out from Monday, the 9th of January 2023.